Hello everybody! We are gonna get going in just a second. I am shoving a bunch of food right down my throat before we get started. But before we get going, please vote now on what our dino's vibe is gonna be. We're gonna be making a dino from scratch today, figuring it out with you, with the chat, and also let me know how the sound is. I think the music might be a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. But let me know how everything sounds, and please vote now for which vibe you want our dino to be. We can vote between fruit, retro, galaxy, or candy vibes. I figured all of those could make a pretty fun dinosaur, so we'll figure it out together. But yeah, vote now. I'll be on in just a few minutes. I'm just gonna eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich super ultra fast. Okay, be on in a sec. Bye. All right. Pew, pew. One of these. This one, right? No, wait. This one. There you go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I too loud? You let me know in the chat. Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Today, we are crocheting. If that's not obvious. I hope that was obvious. Well, anyhow, now you know. We're crocheting. We're making a dinosaur today. And what we're making is going to be totally up to you based on the chat's suggestions. So if you are in the chat, which I think is right here. Well, anyhow, we're voting right now on what the vibe of our dinosaur should be. It's between fruit, retro, galaxy, and candy vibes. I'm going to end that vote in like 5 seconds, and then we're going to choose more vibes based on that, and then you know what I mean? You know what I mean. But before we get going, I just want to say hi. Hope you're having a great Sunday. And yeah, hope you're having a good day. Here to just chill. Go grab some yarn and let's get crocheting together. I don't know which dinosaur I'm going to make yet either. It's going to completely depend on the vibe. So the vibe is right now completely split between fruit and retro, with galaxy shortly behind. It is at 27 votes, so I'm going to wait till it gets to 30? Maybe? I'll wait for like just a second longer. But it's a very close vote, so go ahead and vote now. If you like what's going on here, please like down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and say hi in the chat. Hello, chat, if you're there. Or if you're watching it later, say hi in the comments. I would love to know if you're watching it later, because I don't really know if people watch this after the fact or not. So if you are watching this after we've already been live streaming, let us know in the comments down below, because I would love to hear from you. Okay, let's end the vote. Oh, I was slightly, oh wait, we have one vote away from 30. I'll wait till 30. Oh, well, there's 30, and the vote is solid. I was a little worried about this vote winning because I don't know what it means, but we're gonna figure it out together. We are going with retro vibes, so we're gonna draw out whatever that means in just a second and figure it out together. In the chat, if you guys have suggestions on what does retro mean to you in the chat, let me know. I could really use some help. So any kind of vibe or any thoughts that come up when you hear retro, let me know in the chat. If you want to crochet along with me, you're going to need the following things. The first is a crochet pattern. You can find all of the patterns for my dinosaurs at clubcrochet.com/dinos right here at the top of the screen or in the top of the description of this video. That is where you can go to find all the crochet patterns for my dinosaurs. I don't know which dinosaur we're going to be making today. We're going to figure that out together. But they're all available at clubcrochet.com/dinosaurs or dinos. If you need that's the pattern. If you want to crochet along with us, you're also going to need some materials. We're going to be using worsted weight yarn, 100% cotton. The colors are going to be dependent on what our vibes really mean. But yeah, that's just so you know. We're going to be using our Amigurumi cotton today. This is from my own brand. We have kits available in the store if you want to get one of a kit with all of our materials here. There's a really special cotton that only we have, so it's a very special Club Crochet one. Retro to Kristen means 80s or earlier, and I agree. Erica also says 80s dinosaur with neon jacket, headphones, and a boombox. I love it. See, I knew you guys were going to give me good ideas here. That's great. Other than the yarn, you're also going to need a crochet hook. Of course, we're going to be using a size G 4mm hook in today's video. But you can use any kind of hook that you want that works well with your yarn. So if you make it with blanket yarn, just use a larger crochet hook. You also need a darning needle. I'm going to be using a crimped end darning needle like this to get in and out of hard to reach stitches. You'll need a pair of scissors for cutting stuff, and then some safety eyes. We're going to be using 6mm safety eyes in this pattern. Some other things that I wanted to go over is oh, Zoe says that retro makes her think 70s. See, retro for me, I don't know why, but retro makes me think like 80s arcade. That's kind of where I go with retro, which is why I did like a little Space Invader icon for the vote. So that was what I was thinking, but I mean, I'm open to different kinds of retro. So let me know other kind of vibes that you think here. We're also going to end up voting on the dinosaur too. So let's go ahead and switch the vote now and change it up to the dinosaur that we're going to be making. So, and then I'll continue going over our intro stuff. So which dino should we make? We can go with, let's see, we haven't made a, well, I guess we made a raptor somewhat recently, but we can do raptor, we can do a bronto, we can do a T-Rex. We actually haven't made a lot of T-Rexes. What's the other one? What's another one? We've done a pretty good amount of Stegosauruses. What other dinos? What other dinos? Let's look at my dinos. Oh, I guess there's the Ankylosaurus, but that one's kind of hard. But that's okay. We could do a difficult pattern today. It's just gonna be hard to like customize a Stegosaurus. Is my only problem with that. Stegoraptor. There's all my dinos. Okay. Or a pterodactyl or a Stegosaurus. Pterodactyl, Stegosaurus. Or a plesiosaur. You know what? You're right. Let's change Bronto with plesiosaur because they're pretty similar. And then let's go with, for our last vote, let's try a Stegosaurus. We haven't seen one. In a second also. Okay, so there's the vote. It's between Raptor, T-Rex, Plesiosaur, or Stegosaurus. So vote now on which dino you want me to make. We're doing retros. We'll move that over. We talked about all the materials that you need. If you like what's going on here and you think it's cool and you want it to keep happening, there's a few things you can do to help. That would be, first off, like this video down below. If you like it, it gets spread out to more people and it's really cool. So please like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little bell icon so you don't miss it when we come out with new videos. And yeah, that would be really cool. You can also support by getting, you can support us monetarily as well if you would like to support monetarily. You do not have to, but it would be really cool if you did. There's a few different ways to support monetarily. Probably the easiest, bestest way to support monetarily is with a Club Crochet membership. Members get early access to future patterns. They get access to the exclusive library of tutorials. I've got patterns for all of these dinosaurs. Every one of them is available with a Club Crochet membership. Memberships start at only $5 a month. You can cancel it at any time. And it's really cool. Honestly, I think you get a lot for a membership, and it's a really, really good way to support this channel. There's other ways to support too. We have merch and kits in the store. We've got a bunch of different dinosaur pins that are still available. We're running a little low on them, but we've got a bunch of them. I think we have 6 different kinds of dinosaur pins. We've also got special Club Crochet pins. This is my favorite one, our little rainbow logo pin. But yeah, we've got a bunch of different pins in the store. We've got kits, we've got t-shirts, we've got all sorts of different kinds of merch. Yeah. I think that's good. Let's see. That's how to support monetarily. What else am I missing, chat? Am I missing anything? I feel like I should have this written down somewhere, but I don't. Oh, here we go. Like, subscribe, more patterns like this, membership, and I guess that's it. All right, let's draw out our dinosaur. We are making a, oh, I get to vote too on which dinosaur. I'm gonna vote T-Rex, but I know it's gonna be a close vote. Oh wow, the vote's happening very fast. Okay, we have 20. We already have 20 votes, so I guess I'll wait just a second longer. So retro vibes. Let's go ahead and get a piece of paper here so we can start drawing this out. This is my little notebook that I've been using for our past dinos and names and stuff like that. So we've got, let's see. Oh, it's on the other side. Oh, what was that? Oh, I think Jules is going shopping today. So we got, here's the one from, actually that one in the background, a 4-leaf clover dinosaur. Here's our Ranger Bigfoot, our little farming brontosaurus that we made. But let's go ahead and draw out some retro vibe stuff. So retro, we're feeling boombox. I think a boombox is retro to me. I think that is definitely gives retro vibes. So boombox, neon colors. We got like sunglasses, kinda. I don't know if sunglasses are necessarily super retro. Arcade. So we can do like, that means, what does arcade mean? That means like big glasses. I think kind of gives an arcadey vibe. We also can do, what else gives arcade vibes? Like nerdy. But that's kind of a different kind of vibe. Patches. Interesting. Patches, says Jillian. I'll write Patches down. It's a good name for the dinosaur. Oh, yes. I heard that Warren broke his little hand. I'm sorry, Warren. I hope you feel better. 3D glasses. Now that is a great suggestion, Erica. Love that. 3D glasses. All right. Oh my god, it could be a raptor if we're looking at the 80s. Oh my gosh, if we do a raptor, we could do an afro. That would be really cool. Too, because afro totally screams retro to me. And honestly, I used to have an afro when I was in, it was, you know, it was a white boy afro, but it was an afro. I have really curly hair, so when I was in middle school, it was like really, really long, and it just became giant. I loved it, honestly. I actually miss it a lot. Okay. But I just can't grow my hair out like that anymore. All right, we are pretty much solid on what the vote for the dinosaur is going to be. Well, I guess it's pretty close. Okay, we'll end it. We'll end it. Looks like we're making a plesiosaur. All right, so a plesiosaur. All right, we could totally do that. Now, the main part of a plesiosaur actually is pretty simple. So it's actually kind of like a brontosaurus. So it goes like that, and then we got little fins. And then a little tail. Hold on, I need a drink of water. I got a Jimbo hair in my throat. I do really like the idea of a breakdancing dinosaur. I think that's kind of cool. Seems like it might be difficult for a plesiosaur to breakdance, but that's all right. Okay, so there's a good silhouette of our plesiosaur. Now let's add some stuff to him. We got a few different suggestions here. I definitely like the 3D glasses. They're going to be hard for me to make, but I think they're going to be really worth it. And I definitely think a boombox. So I think... Oh, I also kind of think a jacket would be cool, but a jacket on a plesiosaur might be really difficult because it's like, where does the jacket go? You know what I mean? Like, do they have pants down here? Or is it like the jacket goes like this way? You know what I mean? A bunch of bangles around their neck. What's a bangle? What's a bangle? Bangle. Is that just like a necklace? I don't really know what that means, Zoe, but I'll take it. All right, so a bunch of necklaces essentially is what you're saying, like Cyndi Lauper kind of vibe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cyndi Lauper kind of vibe. I think we need to give it hair, right? So I'm down for either like a big hair kind of thing, kind of like what we did with our gemstone a few weeks back. So kind of like a big hair sort of thing. I mean, that's a little too much, but you get the gist. So we can either do like a big like what's it called, like a mullet, or we can do an afro. Here, let's draw the two different options for the head right here. We can do more other options too. So if you have other thoughts in the chat, I kind of really dig the idea of doing an afro personally. Just because I think it'd be really fun to see crocheted. We just do like a giant pom-pom, basically, and I'd like, or something like that. So we could do an afro, or we could do, like a mullet might be kind of fun. Actually, mullet would be really funny. Ooh, or a flat top, Erica. That's sick too. That is totally retro. So like a flat top like this. Like What's the guy's name from Hey Arnold? Like his vibes. Afro's, you're right. Afro might be more of a disco dino. You're totally right there. Earrings. Yeah, I think a necklace. I like the idea of doing a necklace. Mohawk. I feel like Mohawk, well, Mohawk kind of, yeah. Mohawk does give retro vibes a little bit. We also need to choose a color for our dino. You know, I think we should just do cyan for the main color of the dino, just because it's like, it screams plesiosaur to me, but it also is like, we don't have a lot of cyan dinosaurs, and it does give a retro vibe right off the bat. So I think cyan is actually the perfect color for us to start. Gerald. Oh, that's the guy's name. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, Gerald? What is a Gerald vibe? Okay. So we got different kinds of hair. I don't know what to do with the jacket idea yet, because part of me really wants it to be like a big, colorful, like puffy jacket, but I just don't know how to crochet that. It would have to be added on after. But, you know, we could do like some kind of big jacket thing. Maybe we could end right here, and it'd be like, I imagine it'd be like striped, and maybe it's something that we add on like after the fact. We do some kind of hair there, and then I really like the idea of doing 3D glasses. I don't know how to do this yet, but some kind of like 3D glasses I think would be really fun. And then whatever the hair is. I kind of think a mullet might be it, though. And then a big, if we get enough time, a big boombox on their back, I think would be just slick, you know? So it'd be like, boom, and then like a little handle there. And then one of these hairstyles with it, right? How do we feel about that, chat? I think that's kind of where we're going here. Yeah, Saved by the Bell. I mean, that's kind of like more 90s, but yeah, that's totally kind of the... Cooper's feeling the mullet. I'm feeling the mullet too, actually. I think the mullet is the way to go. Now, the hair we can vote on at the very end. We don't need to add that until later on. In fact, I think like the whole dinosaur can just be like one... Like, we make the dinosaurs normal, and then we add on all the retro vibes. Make it hold a microphone. We might be able to do that. We definitely could do... I definitely think it'd be fun to do, like, a big... Like, at least, like, cut out some cardboard so that they're, like, looking like they're breakdancing. That could be kind of fun, too. All right, well, let's get hooking. The plesiosaur pattern is available on that... page, by the way, clubcrochet.com/dinos. Oh, also, help wanted. There is a reason why it says help wanted over there. We are hiring. Club Crochet's hiring. How cool is that? We are looking for a website developer. So if you or anybody you know is a website developer looking for a job, or just wants a part-time job or whatever, please apply. We are looking for people now. You can learn more at clubcrochet.com/jobs. There should be a link at the top of the chat. All right, let's get hooking and start making our plesiosaur. I'm gonna just pull up, I think I'm just gonna pull up the brontosaurus pattern for right now, because the instructions for the baby plesiosaur is in that. We're gonna make a baby plesiosaur. I don't wanna make a gigantic one. A gigantic one would take me like the entire live stream, and I want more extra live stream just for customizing. All right, let's get hooking. As Zoe says, as a wearer of a mullet, I support the mullet. Yeah, Zoe's got a legit mullet, if you guys didn't know. Like, 10 out of 10 on the mullet scale. All right, let's get hooking here. By the way, hey everybody, how has your week been? What have you guys been up to? You been doing anything cool this week? Anything new? Sorry I missed Friday's live stream. I was busy making our new pattern that's coming out this week, and it it should be pretty cool. I'm very, very excited about it. I showed it off in the last live stream, but I'll show it off in just a second too once we get going a little bit further here. And I've got like a second for us to do a vote or something like that. I'll show you what we're working on. Just remind me, because you know me, I'm totally gonna forget. That is something I even said. So if you want to see what we've been working on this weekend, I'll show it off in just a sec. But let's get crocheting. Blair said that they had an okay week. Well, okay is better than bad. That's better than bad. You know, I'd rather have an okay week. I had an okay week too. Let's see, what did I do this week? Let's see. Oh, I slept wrong like 3 nights in a row, but that's kind of not the week's fault. That's actually Jimbo's fault. My cat Jimbo has been a lot recently. Like as the chat knows, he's been very sneezy. He's still really sneezy. I don't know why. I mean, he's always been sneezy, like always, but it's kind of come back in a big way this past few weeks. I think he's got allergies and stuff, so I think I need to clean out our air filter and get him some more help there. But his sneezes has been getting like really frustrating because he's learned that if he's feeling stuffed up, he can get it fixed by coming to me, and I will like help him sneeze. And there's like a bunch of different methods that I have now to help him get boogers out and stuff. But that means that in the middle of the night, he has been coming up to us while I'm sleeping and going on our heads and then sneezing right into our hair. And that's not fun. That's less than fun. That has been not that fun. So that's been a little bit frustrating, but honestly, it's okay. It could be worse, you know? So yeah, that has been one thing that's been happening this week. What else has been going on this week? I've been working a bunch on a big new idea that I had like a few weeks ago. I can't stop doing it for some reason because I'm very excited about it. I got an idea for a new game basically. So I've been like kind of frantically, I can't stop my brain from thinking about it. I'm not ready to share it yet. It's still in its like super early development stages, but it works and it's cool, and I will probably be doing a playtest for it soon, so keep an eye out on the Club Crochet emails and in these live streams and stuff, because I'll be looking for a small amount of people to help me test this game out when it is ready. But for now, I'm like, I just need to get all the basics figured out first. So I've just been basically testing it myself like every single night. It's been really exciting though. I always love that. That gets me so excited. Blair said they mainly just crocheted this week, so they're feeling kind of sore. That's funny. Oh, Tammy, thank you for your support. Dude, Tammy, you rock. Tammy says that they went shopping at Club Crochet. You're so great, Tammy. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. What'd you get? I'm sure it's probably shipping out tomorrow, if it hasn't already shipped out. I'm very curious to see what you got, though. I want to start adding a bunch more merch into the store soon. I had that thought this morning. I was like, you know what? It's time for new t-shirts and new hats and new everything. It's been a while since I've added new merch to the store, so I think it's time for that. What do you guys think? 1, 2. Someone emailed me this week asking about the bags that are still not in the shop because I'm a butt and I keep delaying putting the bags in the shop. We have these like tote bags that I worked on for a long time, but yeah. Hi. All right, so there is the face. Now we want to add some eyes to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add our eyes in. The main part of this pattern is gonna be pretty quick and easy for me to make up, so just heads up. Hey, if you haven't, if you didn't know about Lava Run, by the way, oh wait, a couple things. First off, I saw someone online got one of these things and then flipped it upside down, and then they used it as like a little like display case for something that they made, and I thought that was so cool. So I want to try doing something like that soon. What kind of yarn are we using? Great question, Candace. We are using our Club Crochet Amigurumi cotton yarn. It looks like this. This is actually part of my personal yarn. You can find it at clubcrochet.com. And it's currently available only in kits, but we're going to be opening it up to buying individual balls probably pretty soon. I just have been kind of like really delaying it because I can't get new materials right now because of all the tariff stuff. So I've got to like kind of, I'm basically trying to like figure that stuff out before I go and just open it up to the shop, because we only have a very limited inventory right now, and I might want to save it for other kits. But it is available in yarn packs in the store, color packs and kits. Okay, so I'm on round 3. 1, 2, 3, and then stitch number 2. 1, 2 would be right here. Here, I want to do this for when I inevitably edit this together later for a reel. So I want to go and then 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to be right here, right there. Nice. Okay, so there's our eyes. Let's go ahead and lock them into place. That was a really satisfying click, huh? Yeah, my professional hooker shirt is also wearing kind of thin. I need to order some new ones. I'm thinking of adding new colors, actually. So what kind of colors should I do for that? Because right now, I mean, I really like that they're like those baseball tee versions and stuff. But the logo itself, we've got a pink one and a blue one. I'm thinking of doing like a green one and maybe one other color. I don't know. What color can you imagine would be really fun for those shirts? Maybe like maybe something brighter. Maybe like an orange. I don't know why. I just feel like people don't like to wear orange as much. Is that just a weird? Maybe that's just a weird thing in my brain. Make eyelashes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we can make eyelashes. I think we can do that. We can do that later as well, though. So we'll go ahead and save all those customizations for once I finish the main body here. All right, now we're on round 7. The main body, we're going to be finished with this plesiosaur probably in like not very long at all. I'd give it another maybe 30 minutes. It's a very quick crochet pattern, so the majority of the rest of this video is going to be customizing our plesiosaur to add all of our retro vibe stuff. So just giving you that heads up. I don't think we should make it really long necked. I think that's long enough of a neck right here, right? I think that's long enough of a neck. I don't think we need to get too crazy with that. Pink. Oh, pink's a good idea. Well, we have pink. Purple, though, I think is great. Yellow might be good. The problem I have with yellow is whenever I go and do t-shirt prints for yellow, it's always like, it always comes out really, like, what's the word? Like, just not full, like not like, what's the word? Like pale. Washed out. That's the word I'm looking for. It always ends up coming really washed out when I do a yellow, and it kind of makes the rest of everything look a little funky. I think orange also actually has that problem. There's something about orange dyes in general that makes things look a little bit not right. And also, something I found out recently was that orange, if you try to make something with orange, it also is heavier. Like orange dyes make your yarn heavier. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so now we're gonna skip that chain. We're gonna go right here. 1 and 2. All right. 2. He got a little tail now. Look at that little cute tail that he's got. Wait, did I mess up somewhere? Hold on, this looks weird. Why does it look so weird? Oh, never mind. It doesn't look weird. We're good. We're good. I'm just weird. Yeah, I think purple is definitely what... I will definitely make a purple one, just because purple is also the Club Crochet colors, so I think that just makes a lot of sense. I think that doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright, so we got another increase here, and then 2 single crochets. So I recorded a new tutorial yesterday? No, 2 days ago, on Friday. Is that 2 days ago? Yeah. So I recorded a new pattern 2 days ago. And I actually also recorded a version of the pattern that is abridged that I'm really excited about editing. I have to edit it together tonight. I finished the main pattern last night, but I still need to edit together the abridged version. I'm actually really excited about that. It's something I've been wanting to like put more effort into recently. Has been like, I like making those full-length tutorials where I go through every single stitch in detail, blah blah blah, but I feel like people don't watch them as much because it's just like the whole pattern, and it's just a lot to it's a lot. Like, it means like the videos look like they're like, you know, an hour and a half long and stuff like that, because I'm going really detailed into every stitch, which is really nice because then you can be confident you're never going to miss a stitch. But it's not nice for people that are more casual crocheters that just don't really need all that and want to get it done really quick. So I went ahead and recorded for my next pattern. I also recorded an abridged version of the pattern. I didn't have to really re-record the entire pattern, but I just recorded the audio different, and then now I'm just going to try editing it together. I'm excited about it, but I'm a little nervous about it. I hope that I can get it down to a decent length of a video, so it's not like, so it's only like a 10-minute video rather than a 1-hour video. But that's a lot to edit down, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm excited for you guys to see it though. I'm gonna try to come out with it next Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I've also been working this week on our next collaboration pattern. So our last collaboration pattern for our Slinky the Snail, which we also made Slowfy the Snail with. This, where is it? There they are. Here's Slowfy. So this is our last collaboration pattern with Curious Papaya that came out like last week or 2 weeks ago. I added, by the way, if you are a member on the website, I just added in the pattern so that you can make it with the satchel and the little harness here and the little pickaxe in the back. So I added in the tutorials for that. So if you're a member, you have all those tutorials now. So you can quickly, so you can make like the entire Slowfy version instead of just the snail part. But anyhow, so that was our last collaboration pattern. And I really liked it. I'm super happy with how it came out, and I'm excited because we're working on our next collaboration pattern too with Sir Pearl Gray, and we're making another Woolly Woods themed pattern to go into the library. Actually, if you guys want to guess, I'll tell you if you're right. I will be surprised if you guess what he made, but I'll tell you if you're right. But he made this really cool pattern for the website, and I'm really excited to work on it more this week. I finished crocheting the first sample last night, but we're going to make a few little tiny changes to it, so I'm not really ready to share it yet. But yeah, if you are interested and want to guess what Sir Pearl Gray's pattern is going to be, I am very excited to see what you think we're going to make. The hint is it is in the Woolly Woods theme, so it's something that is themed around woodland somethings. All right, so I did just finish round 11, and now we're gonna be replacing the bobble stitches in round 11 with our little fins. So normally I make bobble stitches to make it into a brontosaurus, but we're gonna kind of alter that a little bit. Before I even do that though, I'm gonna add some stuffing. We don't need very much. We'll use this extra thread too, and we'll just add some stuffing into the top of our dino here. I'm trying to find where I have a pencil somewhere over here. But I don't know where I put it. So whatever, we're just gonna use this stick to help me stuff it up a little bit. A little bit of stuff. There we go. Not too much too, right? Yeah, we're doing good. Nice. Okay, cool. I feel like I did the eye in the wrong spot. 1, 2. No, I didn't. We're good. We're good. I'm just being self-conscious, I think. Right? Ooh, I hope not. Yeah, it'll work. Regardless, it'll be fine. Ooh, we got some good guesses here. It is not that, Jillian. No, it is not a deer or a bear or a fox. I wish it was a fox. That'd be cool. We didn't have any orange for these kits, so we didn't do... I asked them actively not to do a fox because we didn't have orange in this kit. Although I would like to do a fox soon. Okay, 1, 2. We want 11, 3. There we go. 7. All right, that's 11. And then increase 2. Okay. 1, 2. And then 3, and then we make our first fin. So how do we make a fin? Fin. Baby plesiosaur alternate. Okay, fin is chain 5. 1, 2, 4, and 5, and pull it tight. We're gonna skip 2. Single crochet, half double, and then a slip stitch. Nice. Okay. So that gives us our little fins. And then that's it. We just need to replace our bubble stitches with that. Okay, cool. Oh, and then, sorry, and then single crochet 1. Like that. Okay. 1, and 2, and we'll make another fin. Owl! No, not an owl. We already had an owl for this season, Jillian. We did 2, 3, 4, 5. We did our barn owl burb for this season. We're actually going to do a crochet along for that probably pretty soon. I need to do a crochet along still for our barn owl. We also need a crochet along for our frog bonimals. And let's see. We did one for the Bigfoot already. I can't remember. Is there any other ones that I haven't done a crochet along for yet? I'm not really sure, actually. I think I also want to do a new I want to do a live stream design along for some new bonimals and a live stream design along for maybe a new burb. I just think that'd be kind of fun. Let's see, it's 5, right? Yeah, 5. Pull tight, skip 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so those are all still the plans for this season. I know it's going to probably be a pretty long season, honestly. Like, we're going to probably stretch into... We might even make it into June with this season, which I know is crazy long. But there's just so many things that I want to make when it comes to the woods. And then we're going to do, like, a little bit of a break. We're going to do some seasonal refreshers, which if you're new to the channel and stuff, between seasons, I'm doing seasonal refreshers now. 5, where I go back into a past season and make a pattern for that past season. So, for example, I think in our next seasonal refresher, I'm going to go back to our sweets kits and then add some new patterns there and stuff like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, plus the 1 for the, yeah. And then our increase here. Okay, and then 4 more. We're actually almost done with the body of our plesiosaur already. It's only been like, how long have I been crocheting for? Like 20 minutes? 30 minutes maybe? That was a quick, this is a quick pattern. All right, now we want to invisible decrease a few before I stuff it and sew it closed, and then we can just start customizing it, which is going to be very interesting, especially when it comes to the 3D glasses. We're going to really have to figure out how to make 3D glasses for this one. I'm sure we'll figure it out, but we're going to have to look into a couple of things here. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to make them clear. You know, I don't think I have clear blue or clear red anywhere. Unless I have like an old wrapper of something, but even there I don't think I have anything. We might be able to like color a... Maybe we could like color a see-through one with like some, like a red Sharpie maybe. But I'd be kind of afraid, like a see-through plastic thing with a red Sharpie or something. But I'd kind of be afraid that the Sharpie would run. So maybe that's not a good idea. Was that 5? I don't remember. We finished there. No, finished there. 5, yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's our body. Now we need to sew it closed, and then we can start customizing. All right. I've not been looking at the camera at all to see if we're in the right. It might be really hard to edit this, but I'll try it later anyhow. Those little fins look really cute though. And look, they sit up pretty well. We haven't even sewn it closed yet. Okay, so let's stuff it a little bit. Yes, woodland octopus. Jillian, you're maybe the closest so far with your guess with fairy. I mean, it is not right, but I guess technically you're the closest, kinda. That's kind of stretching it though, to be honest. Okay, so next I go skip 10. So that means 10. This. And those two, then those two, then those two, those two. Yep, perfect. How am I gonna make 3D glasses here? Maybe we could just cut out like a big white like paper and then put like blue and red paper behind the white paper, cut out holes for the eyes. That might work. How are we gonna make 3D glasses? Maybe we'll make 3D glasses last. First thing though, I think should make the jacket. I think we should work on the jacket first, and then work on the mullet, or whatever hairstyle we end up voting on. I know exactly how I'm gonna make, like color-wise, how I'm gonna make the jacket. It might be hard to make it fit them, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Before I go any further, let's go ahead and stuff our plesiosaur a little bit more before I sew it closed. And I'm going to try to get this into the tail as much as possible. But what do we need? I just think 3D glasses just scream retro to me. But I guess you're right. I guess they're not really necessary here. It's just like if I saw 3D glasses on something, I'd be like, retro, immediately. That's like the first thing I'd think is retro. Personally. I don't know. Does anybody else agree? Hey, Art. Salud. All right. I think we're pretty much as stuffed as we want it to get. I don't think I want to add any like heavy coins. Sometimes I add heavy coins in the bottoms of these, but I don't think we're going to do that this time. I reckon 80s kids walked around with 3D glasses all the time like it was trendy. Yeah, exactly. See? I think Stranger Things. I guess I don't remember too many 3D glasses in Stranger Things, but that's where I'm thinking for like vibe-wise. Isn't Stranger Things coming back pretty soon? I think it is. Probably in like October or something, huh? That's gonna be fun. I think they're doing their last season. I bet it's gonna be crazy. This music's kind of fun. All right, we're gonna sew this closed. And okay, let me go ahead and just go shoop. Have I been off camera at all? Let me know, chat. I don't know if I have or not. Because I just have not been paying attention to it. All right, let's give our little fella some love here. Let's clean this up. We got this weird stitch poking out, and I don't like it. So we're going to stuff that in. But there's our plesiosaur crocheted. Now we need to retrofy it a little bit. So I think like instead of, if we don't want to do 3D glasses, we could do like big round glasses. You know, that could work. But honestly, that's pretty good right now. All right, so now we want to do a jacket. I definitely want to use white. We want to use yellow, pink, white, maybe this blue, maybe purple, maybe. Let's start by getting our colors though. We need where did I put my white yarn? I don't know if I want to open a new white yarn or not. I guess we can. White yarn, yeah. All right, we're gonna open a brand new ball of white yarn. Okay, so we want white. We're gonna want pink for sure. For sure. I don't think we want blue. It's too close to the. But probably purple. And probably yellow for our jacket, right? Yeah, I think these are the colors we want. We want it mostly white, but with like stripes of our other colors in there. What's there? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Let's move this to the side for a second and let me kind of like mentally figure this jacket part out. So I think it's gonna go like, see, the thing is it can't go around the fins really. I don't think I can make it so it goes around the fins without it looking really weird. However, I think we can make it go like be a zipper jacket so like it's connected here. So it'd be just like a little jacket where it, like I do a long chain around, right? And then we just start crocheting the jacket flat, but I use increases in the front here so that it like kind of goes down. I only think we need like 2 rows in the front. You know, let me cut out a little piece of felt. That might help us with like shaping and stuff. Where did I keep my... Here's some red felt. Okay. Let me get some scissors real quick. Oh wait, I guess I could use these scissors. All right. So this is just to get us an idea of how it's going to be shaped. I actually don't know if that was big enough, but we'll find out. So we're going to do one long chain. Oh yeah, that's not big enough. Hold on, let's cut another piece. Bigger, bigger. We can always trim it down. That's going to be way too big, but whatever. Okay. Some kind of beautiful retro jacket here. All right, so I want it to go like the front of it to just be a chain, so we connect it in the center like this. And then we'll do like a collar on it afterwards. But it connects in the center, kind of like that. A little bit. And then I'd have it go across like that. And then just like rounded on the outside. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and let's pin this here. Oh, please stop moving. So maybe we'll just like pin this in like that. I'm figuring this out with you, so just bear with me here. He looks like he's got this beautiful cape right now. And then we're not going to cut his beautiful fins, so we got to be very careful about that. But something like this, I think. That. Right, and then like it would have like a big collar, and obviously we do like stripes of color, and then we just kind of button it in the front there, or make it look like it's zipped together. But this would be the shape of whatever we're crocheting, so something like this shape wise. Okay, that's totally doable. You know, it's just like one long chain. And then, let me see here. Yeah, one long chain. I guess it kind of goes a little too far over itself. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we can do a llama, Brianna. In a future video, we can totally do a llama. Do we want to vest it? Are you invested in a vest? Well, let's just see what this does. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start with our white yarn. Maybe I should just crochet one all white first and then make the stripes in the second one. Because I think our first one's going to need, you know, like I just don't think it's going to come out exactly right for our first one. So we might have to make a couple of these. Very Billy Idol to cut off sleeves. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I have this big white poofy jacket that's just so retro to me. It just gives me such retro vibes. That's why I keep coming back to this. Let's see here. Let's see how this comes out. So like that long. Yeah. Because I think it was a little long anyhow, so that's long enough. And then we'll skip the first chain. I don't know how many chains I made here, but we'll figure it out as we go. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this is where we'd be doing stripes, by the way. 7, 8, 11. Oh, this is kind of long. 12, 13, 14. 15, 15, ooh, 16, 17. I kind of wish it was an even number, but that's okay. Just personal preference. But it already has like kind of a stretched outlook to it, which is good. It'll make it rounder when it goes around the neck. So it'll be like this. Go around like that. Nice. Okay. And then we'll just do... I think we're just going to skip... No, because we want it to go long enough. So we're just going to chain one and just do a round of single crochets across. And then after that, I'm going to do like a weird round where it's getting bigger in the back. And then we're just going to remake this again using whatever colors we want. So we'll start by just doing a base round of just single crochets across again. We'll see how this goes. I think it's really going to come together once we add a popped collar to this. Like a popped collar is going to make you go, oh, I get what he's doing. Is it a Smurf or a troll for the Woolly Woods? No, that is not what he's making. No. And I already have trolls. I can't really do a Smurf. Smurfs are copywritten, so I can't. I try to avoid doing too many copywritten things. A mesh vest? Mesh vest? Doesn't that... That does not scream retro to me. A poncho for the win. All right, so we're doing this. This part goes around like that, right? And then we connect it together like this. And we kind of like make it look like it's zipped together by using just like black yarn as little lines, right? And again, it's gonna look 20 times better once we have a collar on it. But the next part I want to do is essentially like the very beginning of these. I want it to kind of like slowly taper out. So I'm gonna probably just skip the first stitch, not even chain, and then do maybe even just a slip stitch in this next one. And then start doing singles to half doubles to singles so that it goes like out and bigger on the back so it covers more of his bum. That's my plan. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, if you haven't yet, please like this video down below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when we come out with more of these live streams in the future. So let's try. Okay, so we're just gonna skip that first stitch and slip stitch one to get started there, and then single. Okay, we gotta remember this. Slip, single, single. Oh wait, but we're skipping one. You know, well, we might not have to really skip one at the very end if I do things right. Just a regular slip stitch might work there. So, slip, single, single. Let's just start single, single, half, 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 half. Okay, that could work. Do one more single crochet here. Let's see how this looks. So that's gonna go like that. Put this up. Kind of like this. Goes around. Kind of like that. Kind of poofy. It's gonna look really poofy. But I think that's gonna work. So like that. Single, single, single. Cool, yeah. And then just half doubles for a little while. Until we get towards the end where we're gonna do slip, single, single, single. Yeah. Okay, I think this is gonna work. I think it's gonna look, I think that probably you guys are like, what is he doing a little bit? But it will, I think it's gonna make a lot more sense. It makes more sense in my brain. So I think it's gonna look a lot better than you are probably imagining it right now. But we'll see. We'll see, maybe I'm wrong. It's kind of like a shawl. I think the colors are really gonna bring it together in a way that you're gonna be into, I hope. Okay, so that goes like that. that. And then a collar on top of it. Maybe pin it down a little further down too. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. I might try to skip one and do slip. No, we'll do one more half double. Yeah, we'll just keep going like this. How often do I do live streams? Thanks for asking, Jeffy. We do live streams usually every Friday. I did miss this Friday because I had things I gotta do. But usually it's Fridays around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we do, I've been doing Sunday ones for Dinosaurs as we get ready for the release of Lava Run, my new board game that is crocheted. Okay, so this goes like that. This goes around like this. Connects together with zipper. Not a real zipper, but the idea of a zipper. And then a collar. And then cool glasses. And a big mullet. I honestly, I'm kind of like sold on the mullet idea, personally. I've kind of sold myself on the mullet idea. We can do a vote. I think we can do either a flat top or a mullet or... What's another like big 80s haircut? Chat. Let me try to add our collar to this too, so we can see what that looks like. I want the collar to be sticking outwards, so that means I'm gonna have to do it. No, because that's gonna pull it in. Yeah, we want to do it this way. So I'm gonna take my first stitch right here and pull a loop through. You know what, let's just start doing, I'll do pink just so I can like see it a little bit easier. Just to get an idea. But it's essentially like this. And then I chain one. Oops, we want to add that on the outside. Chain one like that. And then I basically will just be slip stitching it down, or maybe even single. Now we'll start with slip stitches. Like that. Think. And then maybe like 3 slip stitches. And then maybe single crochets? I don't know, single crochets might be too big for this though. I might just want to do just slip stitches. I think so. A nymph, is that different than a fairy? Good guess, Manon. No, it is not a nymph. I'll give you another hint. It is, it's a real creature. It is not fictional. Okay. See, so that's totally doing what I want it to, which is to like kind of pop a little bit, but also still be clearly a collar. And then when we do color changes down here, it's really going to look right, I think. Gosh, I hope I'm right and I'm not just spouting nonsense. 1, 2, 3 for the last 3. 1. Okay, I'll do 4 at the end, just to give you some idea there. 2, 3, so 1 more single. And then slips. 1, 2, 3. Do we need it to be 1 more? Nah, just cut and hide it in. Alright, so let's do that. And see how this looks. Okay. So there's the collar that I'm thinking. This goes around like that. Ooh, the collar doesn't pop as much as I wanted it to. And also, now it's starting to feel like it's shrunk down a little bit more too. But I wanted this to go backwards actually, like that. You know? But maybe it will work if I just sew it together and then I pop the collar. I might even want to like sew the collar down when I pop it. That maybe? And then, like, double embroidery there. Big glasses. Big... Okay, well, Okay, I'm going to be literally right back. Go ahead, because I want to grab a jacket to show you. Like this video down below. I'll be, like, less than a minute. Be right back. Okay. All right, here is the jacket that I have that I'm kind of trying to replicate. Here, let me change it to just my face real quick so you can kind of see. See, so this is kind of what I'm aiming for. A cool jacket that makes you look like you want to break dance. It's got a cute little collar. It's poofy, mostly white with pink on it. This is the vibe I'm aiming for. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to it and try to like kind of vibe that out. Vibe that out? What the heck does that even mean? I don't know. I'm figuring it out with you guys. Let's go ahead and pull those up. But that's what I'm aiming for here. I think it gives you a good idea of it. Right? Hey, Cam. We got Elmo in the chat. Hey, Elmo. Hey, Elmo. All right. But you could see how if I did this round in the middle as like purple, and then maybe the last round is like yellow. Zoe's like, I need that jacket. I love that. Okay. But do you see what I'm talking about? I think it's close to what I'm going for. Right? Anybody have any strong opinions here? I could use a strong opinion or two. And then if that collar was like sewn down just a little bit, but I did like those color changes there, I think it would sell what we're trying to give off. Yeah? Nope, not a hedgehog. I will say I'm going to try to make a hedgehog, but that's not going to be the collaboration pattern with Sir Pearl Grey. That's going to be a different pattern. Right? Just like that. Okay. Also, hey Kat, this is actually already a pattern on the website. This is a video that's been published. You just need a membership to access it. You can find it right here at clubcrochet.com/dinos. Really quick, before I continue making our jacket, I want to show you what is coming very soon to Club Crochet. It's what I filmed yesterday, and I'm editing it together to come out hopefully by the end of this week. But you know, bear with me. So there's a bear with me. So this is what I've been working on. I think / hope you really like it. So I've been making little tiny pine cones, and it's actually made with no sewing, so it's all in one piece with no sewing at all that you need to do. And check it out, I've also added a little face on it. Isn't that cute? So this is coming this week, but it gets even cooler than that. First off, I made it into a little, like, so that it's supposed to look like a little dragon's egg, you know, like a little dragon egg. But not only that, I smiled because someone guessed what it was in the chat. But it also is a dice pouch. So you can keep little things in there like dice or whatever else you want in your little dragon egg / pine cone pattern. And not only that, but I'm also showing how to turn it into a gigantic pine cone, humongous gigantic pine cone. And in this gigantic pine cone, there's a bunch of little goblins because I'm obsessed with goblins. So that is what's coming out very soon on Club Crochet. If you want to get access to it, it'll be coming out first for Club Club Crochet members, and then after that, I'm gonna come out with the abridged version on the website. So if you want to check this out, obviously like, subscribe, all that stuff. But even more so, by the way, look how big this pine cone is. It's like as big as my head. But on top of that, if you want to get access to it, become a Club Crochet member at clubcrochet.com. That's probably going to be the best way to get notified when it comes out. Okay, back to what I was doing though. Let's get back to crocheting this beautiful jacket that definitely looks like a jacket and nothing else. I think it needs to be just a little bit longer is my biggest worry here. Is I think it needs to be a little longer. So we're gonna do chain 19 to start it, and then we're gonna change colors as we go. All right, let's put this to the side, and we're just gonna stare at it as we're going. I'm gonna fill the left side here because I know I've been realizing in the past that when I've been crocheting on this left side, but the chat when you're watching it live is right here, right? Is that right, chat? Is the chat like right here? So I'm gonna try working more in the right side from now on, just so that it's a little bit more visible. But I think that's true. I don't really know. All right. All right, see you later, Kat. Thanks for joining. 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19 is going to be one longer than I did on the first one. Yes, I was right about the chat. Cool, cool. Thank you, Processo Blackthorn. I like the name. Is that Processo Blackthorn? Are you Lizzie? I'm not sure. Okay, skipping the first one there. And we're just gonna single all the way down. And then we'll change colors at the end of this round. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Yeah. I thought so. Hi, nice to see you, Lizzie. Cool. All right, back all the way down to the side here. And then we're gonna change colors over to, I say purple. I think purple really sells the retro vibe. I feel like purple is like the most retro-y color I can think of. We'll do the pink for the top part though. So we'll just do a stripe of purple here. And do we do it like full? Yeah, sure. Okay, so the next round, by the way, on this one, I think I did 2 rounds of singles. Yeah, 2 rounds of singles, and then I did some shaping for that bottom part. Okay. So we chain our purple, and we're going to try to crochet around both of these ends just to hide them in. So just into the first couple stitches, I think. I don't think we need to get too complicated with it, but that's 1. Pull that tighter, pull that tighter. And 2 is probably fine. What's going to be the outside though? This is going to be the outside, right? Yeah, which kind of looks cool. It'll look like really like zigzaggy, which also gives kind of retro-y vibes. That'd be kind of nice. I think I can cut these yarns now. I'm just going to pull them a little tighter so they don't go anywhere. And then we'll cut these little tail ends. I'm going to try to keep them on the inside, but I'll do my best. Put that to the side. And continue on. 1. I'm pretty sure that's the inside, which is why I did it kind of look weird looking there. You might be onto something there, Jillian. Okay, and then the last round, what do you think? Do we want to go back to white or should I do yellow? Chat. White or yellow for this last round of our jacket here. This is what we got so far, by the way. So this part is gonna go around that. Right? I'm gonna hide that tail end in too in just a second. But this will go around like this, and we double knot, or we like sew it together with black yarn so it looks like a zipper sewn up. And then we add a collar on the top of it there. And then at the very last round here, I'm kind of thinking we do yellow. I'm also kind of thinking maybe we do white. Yeah, yellow. Okay. Okay. A lot of people thinking yellow there. All right, cool. I'm glad we are in agreement then. Cool. We'll do that then before I hide any ends in. So this, we're gonna grab our yellow yarn, change over, like these. Pull through. I'm gonna leave a little bit left over there, and then switch over to yellow, like that. And we're gonna hide these ends in later anyhow, so I don't really need to worry too much about them. All right, so now I'm gonna skip a stitch, and then slip stitch at least 2. So 1 and 2. I can't remember how many I did in the last one. Where's that jacket? I guess I only did 1. Let's see. I think we should do 2 though. Yeah, we're gonna do 2. So 2 slip stitches, let's say like 2 single crochets maybe. I'm gonna hide these ends in a little later. There's like a little loop here that's kind of annoying, but you know what, we'll hide that with a zipper anyhow, so it doesn't really matter that much. But let's continue. So 2 single or slips, a couple single crochets, and then some half doubles. Not too many. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. Slip, slip, single, single. So 3 more half doubles. 1, 2, 3. 1. It was 2, right? Yeah, and then 2 slip stitches. 1 and 2. Like that. Okay, let's see what we got. It's gonna look weird without the collar, but just trust me. That, you know. Then we add a collar on the top there. Only the bottom here is gonna be zipped together so that the collar looks still poofy and out. And then I think the hair and the glasses is really what's gonna take us over the top. And then a boombox. And we're good. I like the yellow there, though. I think it's giving retro vibes. The pink is going to help, too, a lot. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut these ends and just hide all of our ends in, and then I'll add the collar, right? I think. Yeah. Nah, we're going to have to hide the end of the collar anyhow. So let's go ahead and add the collar first, and then I'll hide the ends. Okay, last part is going to be the collar. I'll go ahead and cut this purple too, because we don't need that connected. All right, pull through and chain 1. And then slip stitch down. This tail is going to get hidden with all the rest. 1. Let's do a little bit more slip stitches this time because I think it got a little big pretty quick. I actually think we could maybe get away with just doing single or slip stitches. Yeah, let's just try it with all slip stitches for the collar, just to see how it goes. And then if I want to come back and make it with singles in the back so that the back of the collar is a little bit bigger, we can do that too. I kind of think it might just work. Ooh, it makes like a cool stripe too, which is not what I meant to do, but is kind of really awesome. Okay. Nope. There we go. Okay. And I don't think I need one at the last stitch, so. All right, we're gonna cut the yarn here. And let's give it a look-see and then hide all these ends in if we like it. And then we'll add the zipper and just toss it on. We might want to go back though to add single crochets instead. I don't know just yet. That's our jacket. Honestly, I kind of dig it though. Right? And then zipped up in the front. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think, chat? Is that giving what I'm wearing a little bit vibes? Again, just for reference of what I'm wearing. So that's kind of the idea I'm going with here. And then here again is what we've got so far. Right? I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to hide all these ends in. This jacket's really warm though. I'm going to take the jacket off. It's like crazy toasty. Toasty. A tostito. Ooh, I could use a tostito right now. All right, we're going to start with this bottom one and hide this end in. The good thing is we're going to have a very clear front and back, so I can just hide all these stitches on the inside. And I don't have to really worry about them being seen through it. The zipper should be green or blue. I feel like black or gray will really like say it's a zipper. Because otherwise I'm afraid people are going to look at it and be like, that's not a zipper. That's just more design. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but correct me if I'm wrong. Kind of like an Easter egg, but I see the vision. All right, thanks, Gene. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely got kind of Easter egg vibes. But maybe we can chill that out if we can give them cool little glasses, too. Now, for the glasses part, by the way, I've got a couple ideas in mind for what we could do with the glasses. Obviously, like we were saying before, we could do the... we could try to do 3D glasses. I'm a little worried about the 3D glass idea just because I don't know how to do it. And I'm going to have to figure that out. But, you know, that's just part of the process. I could probably figure it out. But I'm also thinking we could do sunglasses, or we could do those big, you know, those like big wire glasses that like, honestly, it makes it sort of gives like serial killer vibes a little bit. I don't mean it, but a little bit. But there's something really retro about those glasses, and it'd be way easy for me to add. So I'm sort of leaning towards that, but of course we'll have the chat choose the end we want to do there. But any other thoughts on what we could do for different kinds of glasses? As I hide in the rest of our tail ends here for our jacket. I also don't think I'm going to sew this jacket on. I think I'm just going to add it in with the zipper part, and then I think it'll just stay on itself. Elton John glasses. Ooh. Elton John glasses. Those ones are like big though, right? Oh, that's a good idea, Jillian. Or Manon, whoever's idea that was, that could totally work. I think I have tape that could make that work. I like where you're going with that. Let's we can totally try to do that. I think that's worth a shot. And just regardless, I think that's a fun little trick that might be fun to use for future things too, so it might be just fun to try. Come on. There we go. Man, that did not want to go in there. But we made it do what we wanted it to do anyhow. Huzzah! All right, last end is going to be this one, which I think we're just going to hide on the inside. Pretty simple. I don't think I'm going to get too fancy with it. Yeah. I can tell already this one's going to also try to fight me. Do I have my pliers over here? You ever accidentally like stretch your legs and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I needed to stretch so bad. That just happened to me. So I'm gonna crochet like this. If you could see me right now, my butt's like all out because I'm stretching my legs simultaneously. Gosh, it's a good stretch. It's a good stretch on my little gams. Hello from Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Where the slowly, floobity, loady, blah. I don't know all the words to that song, but I'm pretty sure that was close. Hey Lana, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Okay. Yeah, I think you might be right there, Zoe. If we're giving it cool vibes, I don't know about those big glasses. They are retro, but they kind of give dad vibes, yeah. I would agree with that. This, and then we're just gonna using gray. So where's my gray? They're great. Here's some gray. Okay. All right, let's get this jacket added on. I like it, by the way. I think this is it, personally. Maybe I will sew it in by just going on the inside here. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna sew it in. I think it might be a little easier to sew it on anyhow this way. And make it look right. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. That. Let's get a little closer for you. To the body, and let's see what we got here. I don't know about that, you guys. What do we think? It kind of just looks like a mess in the front a bit. I mean, it looks pretty cool from the back and the sides. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a little bit of a mess, but I don't know. How do we feel about that? I hate this purple stitch, that's for sure. I hate it, and I want it to go away, and I want it to get out of here. So we're gonna do a little bit of fixing on that, but I think I might just even embroider it in a little bit. Candace says it's kind of crooked. Yeah, it's a little bit crooked. It's not bad though. I wouldn't say definitely no, but a toggle button? What's a toggle button? I don't know what a toggle button is. I don't hate this. I don't hate it from this perspective. I actually kind of really dig it from this perspective. It's from here that it's like, what's going on there in the front, you know? I mean, it's not, again, it's not terrible. It's just a little messy, right? Yeah, it is getting a little bit better. Oh, a fanny pack would have been dope. That would have been a good suggestion. It would be hard on this one. That would have been great for like a T-Rex, but I get what you're saying there. I mean, honestly, I'm actually kind of, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm kind of like a little bit liking it. I don't know. I don't know, team. It's just a little messy. Yeah, oh, maybe we just like put a little zipper on it, you know, like a little hanging zipper part. That could work, maybe. Let's see. If I go back into the body here, I come out through like right here at the edge, like that, and I just do like the tiniest little loop, you know? Like we just go like this, and I just leave like a little tiny, like that, so that it looks like a little zipper, you know? The wire, I don't think the wire is gonna really sell it. Or we could also go like X. We could like do it like this, so that I can add like basically more lines in there too. You know what? I think we should add more lines in there actually. I think that might also really help us out. So let me go ahead and add at least one more line in between these two zippers, which I think is gonna help a lot. This, so just one more here. Maybe up a little bit like this. Gotta get into that stitch. Gosh almighty, that did not want me to work with it. There we go. Oh, we're just gonna go into the body. Zoe's like, not gonna lie, I don't love it. Okay, wait, let me look here. Like that? Really? I don't hate it, honestly. But it's just messy. It just looks really messy right here in the front, I think. Okay, I'm gonna Google toggle buttons to see what Jillian is talking about. Oh, like little, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a hard dino to add clothing to. Yeah, it's a really hard dino to add clothing to. That's why when I was like, when you guys voted Plesiosaur, I was like, ooh, well, we'll make this work. Why don't we come back to this? Why don't we put this down for a second, and we'll come back to the jacket dilemma. That is maybe not a dilemma. I don't know if it's a dilemma or not yet. But I think it might help if we add some other features to it. So the first thing is, I don't even think I'm gonna leave it up for a vote. I want to add a mullet. I think a mullet is just so it, right? Like, I mean, the options are mullet or flat top. I just feel like a flat top is not gonna look right. You know? And I think a mullet will. Sorry. I know that's annoying sound. Okay. Thanks, Henry. Nice to see you. Okay, so for mullet hair color, I am on the brown hair color or blonde hair color, but I don't want it to be the same blonde. So it'd be like, hold on, maybe white might work. Okay, so here's some yellows that I've got. I don't want it to match that yellow though. Hold on, I got some other colors. One second. I don't think I have enough this brown. I think it's a little too, not enough, but I kind of like how it's fuzzy though. Here's some other blondes I have that we could work with. The thing is, I like the idea that it was fuzzy though. Like a Bowie-esque strawberry blonde. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. What about like, is this too orange? Actually, that could work. I mean, it's very orange. But it might be cool. Hold on, I feel like I have the perfect strawberry blonde. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, it was right next to me the whole time. Like that. Orange, strawberry blonde, or brown. Oh my gosh, decisions. So many decisions. Sure, Blair. I'll tell you. Purple mullet would be cool too, though. That's true. Yeah, we could do a zigzag embroidery on the body instead of the jacket. That's true. When you said go with that, Jillian, you mean this blonde right here? Orange stands out best, says Lana. We could also do needle felting. We could do a needle felt. And I have a lot of different colors of needle felting. We could go like this and just have it be like boop, boop, and then out the back like that. Needle felting would actually be a lot easier to make. I think we're gonna do needle felting. Orange stands out best. Okay, let me grab some other stuff for our option of 3D glasses too, real quick. So for our glasses option, I want red, I want tape. Okay, so we're gonna want a little bit of tape and blue and red paper. I almost just fell with scissors in my hand. That would have been bad. Okay. I know there's a lot going on screen right now, so let me just move it. Let me clean up let's clean up our stage a little bit. Lana likes the needle felting. Okay, we're getting a lot of needle felting. Let's just do that because I agree. I think needle felting's also it's more fun. It's more exciting. And then this is what I'm thinking for the glasses. Is what we would basically do. Here, let me cut a little bit of this off. Is do what I think Mono was that the person that said it. Okay. But essentially, we would do this. Where's our paper? This paper is kind of perfect for our situation. Is what we actually use for this because it's kind of glossy. So we'll cut a little bit out of. Actually, had the first page was kind of already cut too. So yeah, this page. So we'll cut some of this out. Is that big enough, actually? Yeah. Yeah, that's big enough. Where'd me pen go? There it is. So it's like... like that, and then we cut out little eye holes. Where we would add like that. It's not going to cover his eyes technically, but it might be kind of cute. Let's just cut it out and see what it looks like. See if this even works. I'm just gonna cut across first. We might need to use. I might need to use an X-Acto knife or something to cut out the circles. Probably should have just cut it in half, but whatever. And then just like mimicked. Might have made it a little easier. I just wanted to see what this would look like. Am I spending way too much time on it? Probably. But that's just a kind of a classic Louis move, is to really get over involved in one specific little tiny aspect of something. I do that all the time. Does anybody else do that? Or is that just me? Okay. Boom. All right. This and these parts would go like that. Too small, but Oh, you know what? We would just have it on his forehead like this. Doi. Right? Like that. But, I mean, obviously we'd have the little eye parts. I mean, it depends on the mullet, too. Here, I'll put that to the side. It's going to totally depend on what we do with the mullet. So I'll just throw that to the side right now. Okay. Tape to seal. Oh, I get what you're saying. So, like, color the tape itself. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I could try that too. I don't know if I have those Sharpies though. I don't think I have a purple or a blue Sharpie. I'll need to go downstairs to find them, and it's gonna take me a second. So I don't know if I want to do that. Let's needle felt on a mullet. Chat, we're gonna need a color choice. So here's what we're gonna go with. Let's go ahead and decide. Let's choose some colors here. We got that one. Red is too much for sure. Maybe blue. Probably not actually. No, because he is blue. Maybe this red? No. Let's see. Maybe. What other colors we got? Kind of off yellow, orangey. Here's a more of a brown. We got pinks and greens. Oh my, okay. What's that color? I like brown too. Okay, what did I do with those more orange ones that I had earlier? What did I do? Oh, they're right here. Look at me, I'm so silly. All right. Let's see here. Which one of these looks best on him? This orange would go hard for sure. This yellow, actually this yellow would go hard too. That's a little too pale. Pink? Maybe, actually. No, I don't like that one. And then brown. Not this one. This looks like old lady hair. Okay. We're going to vote for this now. We're going to go like pale pink, yellow, brown, orange. And let's go ahead and vote for our mullet. Hair color. So we got, again, that was, hold on, let me read those through again. Pink, pale pink. Looks like everybody right now is saying orange, but we'll see how the vote goes. Yellow, brown, orange. Okay. So go ahead and vote now in the chat. If you're in the chat real quick. And then also, if you haven't yet, please like this video down below. That would be cool. And while you're voting on that for the hair color, we're going to put those over here on the side. Let's see if I can't fix up this a little bit more by adding, I think it's this first one that I really am not liking, is this one. It's the one I'm liking the least. Oh, I see, but that's where we pulled it over to. Okay, so I think I might need to just remove all these in general. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll try again. Use a sharper needle too. I think that's gonna help us out a little bit. Maybe I should actually use a smaller thread. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I got a good gray thread. That'll work. Kind of hurt my teeth here. All right, let's see. This thread might be a little bit better. It might look more like a zipper. Let's try it out. Yoink. We do not need that much of it, though. Longest needle in the world. This is my lobotomy needle. All right. Let's go up from the bottom. Now we're here. Hold it really tight where we want it to be, and pop. Nice. Maybe, there we go. Wow. Interesting vote. Oh, by the way, hi Takayaki. Okay, so this is gonna go like that. We're gonna go into right here. And then out through like right here. This. One. Just like this. That. I don't know. Does that look like zipper? Is that giving zipper, or is that just giving... I don't think it's giving anything. I don't think it's saying anything at all. You know what? Maybe I got an idea. I got an idea here. First, let's get this out of here. Maybe what this needs is just like a round up of like white on the side to give it a border, and then we work into it. I think that might actually help us a lot. So let's try that. You know what I mean? Like if this just had like a white border, you give us something to embroider these on a little bit easier too. I think this is a good idea. Famous last words. Whee! That's gonna be my famous last words. Me going down a death slide. Whee! Famous last words. Okay. And this one. Here, 2, and up here, 3. And then I don't think we need to do 4. 3 is probably good. So just like this, we'll hide this end in and give us something to sew those parts onto. Okay. This one's gonna be hard because I need to go down it instead of up it. but that's okay. We can try it out. We're gonna need some coffee in a second too. My eyeballs are like, you've been staring at yarn for a long time, and you haven't had a lot of coffee today. How does that make you feel? Sleepy! 1, 2. Let's try it there. 3. Yeah, that's a little cleaner. Okay. Let's hide these ends in. He looks so naked without his cool jacket. Slip stitch, yes. That's what we're doing, slip stitches. Shoop, like that. Yeah, I think this was a good idea. That looks like so much cleaner of an edge. It's gonna look like a freaking mess on the inside, but no one's gonna know. How's anyone gonna know? No one's gonna find out. They're gonna know. There. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cleaner edge. Cleaner edge. And then especially when that gets like sewn together, that'll be really clean. Let's hide this end though. Clean it up too. You drink coffee before bed? That's probably why you're up at like ridiculous hours, Jillian. Got it. That. Ooh. I don't know why that end's doing that. That's okay. I can fix that. Do you guys hear they're doing a Holes TV show? Yeah, they're gonna work on a new show for the old movie Holes, which I'm kind of like, okay, you could just come up with an original idea though too. You could just like try an original idea. They don't do that no more. They're like, if it's sold before, it'll sell again. Let's just do it again. So annoying. Isn't that annoying? That's just like the way Hollywood works, and it's like, guys, just come up with something new. We're dying for something new, you guys. Don't need to always do the same thing. Drink coffee before bed so you can dream fast. That is such a great quote. I actually love that, Zoe. Okay. So this like this. Wait, what if we went like this? No. No. Don't be stupid. I'm not gonna be stupid. I agree. I don't think they can ever beat what, like the old one. Like these? All right, let's try this again. We're gonna do it again with the gray yarn. I think I'm gonna do gray yarn split into half. So we're gonna take this gray yarn and split it in twine, like so. Let it be known that we are splitting the yarn. Oops. Wait, focus. There we go. Cool. And then we thread this on our needle. And then we'll go, I think we'll just hide this end in at the end. So we'll go up through this stitch. Because now we have a direct like line into that stitch. And then out through, you know what, maybe we do this stitch again and then we up, 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 up. Let's try it. So it's like this. Stop. You don't need to fight me. You don't need to fight with me here. This one to this one. Like that. Like that. Right? And then, see, now we got like a bit of a zigzaggy thing going on, which is kind of nice. Right? That. Oh, that's, yeah, I totally think this was a good move. In, out, out, this. And then into that one. And then I think just like in the body, right? To like keep it together. Looks like he's going skiing. It's the 80s. He might be going skiing. Ooh. Woo! Much better? Cool. I'm so glad you think so. All right. So in there. Let's go in the body. I don't think we need to go all the way to the top. Or wait, you know what? Let's do this, and then we'll go in the body. So we'll go across once. We'll leave a little itty-bitty loop for the zipper part, you know, like this. So that way there's something that looks like there's an actual zipper part on it. I don't know if it'll stay, but we'll try. And then we'll go in the body. We'll come out through the outside like this. Let's go right here. Yeah, whatever. We'll just go right here. We just gotta make sure this loop stays. Like that. Maybe I actually go with this end and I keep that little knot, that little loop that we made, we keep it in so that way it'll look more like a zipper and it won't come undone. So we'll go up this and we're gonna keep it down to right like, come on, right, like, needle, I need you to listen to me. I want you to go up, through. Alright, fine. That's fine. We don't need you to listen. We're gonna use a different needle. And you're gonna regret what you've done. Where did I put that big needle? Dang it. I hate when I lose my big needle. When I lose my big needle, I'm like, ah! There's a giant needle hiding somewhere. I put it off to the side because I'm a doofus. Doofus, blah, 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 blah. Doofus alert. Doofus alert. That's the new, someone clip that now. That's the new sound that we're going to play whenever I lose my needle. Doofus alert. Uh-oh. Sounds like a radio host. Doofus. Doofus 95. 95.4. The doof. Oh gosh. This is not long enough and I can't get my needle where it needs to. That's great for me. I love that. I love that about what I've done. Get the needle in first. Do it the hard way. Come on. Why are you fighting me so? There we go. Jeez Louise. Look at me threading needles. like a boss. Tighter into that stitch like this, and into the same place we came out of, into the body, out of where this other end is for double knotting. Okay. It's funny to think that the plesiosaur part, oh, I poked myself with a needle. Funny to think that the plesiosaur part of this pattern took like 20 minutes, and then the jacket took like an hour. That. And it looks fine. Come on. There we go. There, maybe. Ooh. Yeah, actually, that's kind of cool. There we go. We got a little zipper on there. It is off to the side. I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. All right. I'm done sweating about this jacket. I think that's going to be the way our jacket goes. Right? Like, it looks fine. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not the best I've ever done, but it'll look great once we add all our hair and stuff. Did our music end? I think we finished up our music. Let's go ahead and pop on another jam. There we go. Okay. It's a draw for the hair vote. Oh my gosh, it is a draw for the hair vote. Wow. I guess we're doing both. Spoony Stitcher, hello. I did have a good Easter. How are you? I just saw your new thing that you're doing like Sunday things now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, that'll work for our music. Cool. Back to it. All right, so we got this fella going together. It's fine. It's good-ish. It's gonna work. Now we want to do the part that scares me the most. Needle felting. What hair color do you guys choose? Oh my gosh, it looks like pale pink might have taken it at the very end there. Yes, it did. All right, we're going pale pink. Interesting vote. That'll work, though. We can make that work. Get out of the way. Pale pink might work better with those other glasses idea rather than doing the other one, too. So that might work. What have I learned so far? Man, I ain't learned nothing. I ain't learned nothing or nothing. Lainey! All right, so here's our pink. We might do a little bit of the orange. We might do a little bit because the orange was such a close vote. Hi, Lainey. Are we doing Sundays now? Well, you know, yes and no. Sometimes. It's been like Sundays and Fridays for a little bit now. But sometimes I switch it up, so right now we're on a Sunday kick. All right. So here's the plan. We're gonna needle felt this part down like this. Then it's gonna go up and over like that. And then I'm gonna do some at the back right there. And they're gonna look really, really cool. I'm telling you, this is gonna look awesome. All right. So we're gonna start by needle felting it down like this. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know why, but I'm like just so nervous about this. Here, we'll leave a little bit out the back right there so you can see where that end is gonna be too. My finger's right on the other side of that. That's terribly dangerous. Okay. I think I want to needle felt this part on like really, really well. So I'm just gonna really stab the top of this head with this needle. Like that. Okay, now unfortunately, I have a very, very difficult time reading the chat when I'm needle felting because I'm afraid I'm gonna stab my finger. So, let me pause for a second and then read the chat. That's already a good, wow, look how beautiful they are. Okay. ASMR incoming, yes. Spoonie Stitchers, today I'm okay. Yep, got a lot of questions on my health. Spoonie Sundays, little bits into what it's like being someone with either chronic illness. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm sure other people that feel very similarly to you also really appreciate that. Okay, we need to go further up in the head. I think all the way up to like here. Okay. The crunchiness of needle felting is so cool. And we're not gonna injure ourselves terribly with a needle. No, 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 we're not. Hey, anybody watch, does anybody else in the chat watch Studson Studios? By chance? Jules and I are obsessed with Studson Studios. I love that guy. He's so cool. I wanna do videos like him, but with crochet. I just really like his vibe a lot. Look how beautiful that hair is. Wow. All right, so this goes over like this. And then it goes in the back like that. Really easy, honestly. Not too crazy. I'll needle felt some of it down, like on the sides here. But I don't want to like mess with it too much because it's such a flowy, beautiful mess of hair. Wow, she's gorgeous. Oh my God, pink was actually a really chill vote. That's a really cool choice. All right, so I want that down like that, and then I guess we only really need it to be like that long. So I'll go ahead and cut this a little bit. Do an orange mohawk down the middle of the pink. We might be able to do that. I will strongly consider it. Okay. That was probably a bad idea, cutting it like that, but whatever. Well, probably not actually, because we're gonna be able to fix that up a little bit. Okay, so we want it down. Where do we want it pinned back into? Like right there. Like that, I think. It's giving like Dog the Bounty Hunter right now, but I'm kind of cool with it. I love it. All right, let's keep it right there. And it's always crazy to me how well, when you needle felt something down, how well it stays in there. It's always so crazy to me. It's like, really? You're just gonna stay? I just poke you and you stay there? That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh, Lainey, I need to see that picture. Lainey, you drew Uno the Fluffalo? This is Uno, the Fluffalo. I want to see your drawing, Lainey. I want to see it really bad. Can you email it to me? Louie@clubcrochet.com. Or you can post it on Instagram or whatever and just tag me. I would really love to see that. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that you did that. That's so fun. Okay, let's go ahead and just... The hair's getting a little wild. So I'm going to try needle felting it down just a little bit so that it stays in. Like, honestly, I'm just kind of like tweezing it down more than anything. Go ahead, I'll attach it down a little bit over here. There, I don't want to get too crazy with it, so we just want to kind of a little bit keep it down. And then I think we just want to trim the back of it just a little bit. And maybe down over here so it doesn't look so weird. That's so silly. Okay. I almost just stabbed myself at the very end there. All right, I'm gonna cut this just a little bit. I want it to be looking like a little messy in the back, but I also want it just a little bit shorter. So we're just gonna cut some of these little bits off. I'll shorten it first, like that. We're gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do. There's so many like little frills and stuff now. But just like this. Yeah, dude. All right, I think that's kind of it for the hair. Look at this mess. We're a hairstylist now. Like that. Okay, what do we think? Zoe, you are specifically the person we need their feedback. You know mullets better than anybody else in this chat. How do we feel about this mullet? Is there any parts of it that you think I need to give a little bit more love to? I kind of think it's freaking awesome, but you let me know. All right, let's see what we can do with this idea that we had for the... Let's just... Yeah, let's start by doing this. Here's my idea here. We also need to cut that, and we need cardboard. And we need an X-Acto knife. Okay, cardboard, X-Acto knife. What else do we need, team? Tape. A can-do attitude. Use this chipboard so I don't accidentally cut my light box down. I think a bit more around the sides. Okay, cool. So like a bit more here. You mean so? Like a bit more down here and a bit more down here? Because right now it's giving a little bit too much ponytail. Okay, hold on then. Come back to the glasses problem in just a second. We'll listen to our resident mullet expert and give just a little bit more fur down the sides. A little bit more rat-taily. Okay. All right, so like there. Okay. The only thing is I really want it to like blend in well, so we gotta be careful with this. Gentle. Yeah, basically we need more sideburns, right? That, and then but like this? Is this right? I don't know. Yes, sideburns. Okay. Do I need it? Should I just like cut it? Maybe I should just cut it so it's a little bit frilly. Let's just try it. Like that more. Like that? Oh no, no, it needs to flow down. Shoot. Well, it kind of hides in there, to be honest. But you want it to flow in the back more? Okay. I mean, that's not bad though, I don't think. But I can add a little bit more, and we can do it a little bit better on the side. Actually, it kind of looks kind of cute. It kind of looks really cute. But I'm not the mullet expert. That doesn't look right. This doesn't look right to you. I feel like it looks so good though. I love it so much though. So I think the back is just a little. Okay, let's try on the other side. We want it like this and then like that. So like Zoe, like connecting it here, right? Have it go down like that, and then out, and then back to the back like that more? Is this right? I mean, obviously ignore this back part, but like, see how it goes down? Okay, let's just try it. And Zoe can tell me I'm totally wrong in just a second. The dip between the head and the neck gives ponytail. Oh, right here gives ponytail? I mean, it's gotta get dipped in a little bit. It's like the shape of the head. But okay. So you want it more like full, you want it filled out right here. Okay. Alright. This, and then we can use the end of this to like kind of fill it out in the back area where, although that kind of pulls in a weird way. I don't know if that's going to be the right way to do it. But I think I get what you're saying. Why are mullets so confusing? I feel like they confuse everybody. It's not just me. Back a little bit. And then I'm just going to use a new strand for that back hair. And we'll just kind of cut that for right now. And I'll go ahead and just do this for a second. Give it a little bit more. Hide it in. And then she wants this brushed out a little bit more. Okay. Okay, well there's a little bit more on the sides. And then I'll just add a new strand that comes out through the back to fill in the back a little bit. She's looking like a 60s diva. I mean, I'm kind of cool with a 60s diva though. All right. Let's just add a little bit more fuzz here. fill it out a little bit more. I do still want it to like shape with the head a bit more. Maybe the top just needs to come down a little bit like that. Ooh, I almost just stabbed my finger. Wow. Let's do it again. Cool. All right, so like that, and then we'll just we need to like kind of frill out the sides a little bit more too. That a little bit. I don't know what the heck this strand is, but I don't like it. Okay. Let's pull the jacket down a bit too. How do we think? Lou, go Google mullet, please. Okay, fine. Yeah, dude, it looks like a mullet. I don't know what you're talking about, my dude. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. Let's go with 80s mullet. Dude, it's totally giving mullet. I don't know what you're talking about, man. That so looks exactly like what I've Googled. Hold on. Okay, so this needs to go up a little bit, like that maybe. And I guess I see what you're saying a bit about the back, but. And then actually, we do need a strand like coming out a little bit forward too, huh? Because it's kind of just getting all pulled back right now. So maybe a little bit coming out forward. Punch the needle more in line with the eyes. Punch the needle? I don't know what the heck that means, dude. I think we also need like a little bit of messiness coming forward too. Because right now it's all getting pushed back. But a mullet doesn't need it all pushed back. We could have some that's coming out forward. Short on... Girl, I'm sending you this picture right now. Short on top? Since when is a mullet short on top? Here, hold on. Okay, Zoe. Look at that picture of a mullet. That's totally 80... I typed in 80s mullet. Hold on, here's another one. Okay. Look at those pictures I just sent you, Zoe. Is that not mullet? I don't think they're short on top. I think they're crazy on top. Send me a picture of your mullet, Zoe. No, I don't like that. Get out of here. Yeah, but you got it all pulled back. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong about this top area. This needs to be like pushed forward a little bit more, right? Like everything's getting pulled back. Okay, hold on. I almost just stabbed myself in the eyeball. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're just going to add a little bit of fur here. And we're going to style this in. Gosh, I hope this doesn't mess it up. It might. It straight up might. Oh gosh. What am I doing anymore? Top area needs to be shorter. Yeah, it's too bumped up. Okay. Well, that's kind of getting fixed a little bit with stabbing in this new hair. It's also getting nice, a little bit messier, which is kind of nice. Okay. We are getting so upset over the mullet. I know. Okay, hold on. This might have been a bad move. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. We're getting closer, I think. Just have this percolate down a little bit more. Okay, I made a bit more of a mess in the front here. Okay. Zoe. How would I have crocheted a mullet? I wouldn't have, honestly. All right. Where am I going wrong here? Or do we like what's happening here? I think it got a little I think I like it from this angle. This angle, it's not that bad actually. From that angle either. I don't know. I think Zoe's so quiet in the chat because they hate it. They hate my mullet work. They'll never forgive me. Totally goofed a mullet. Just keep stabbing the top a little bit more to bring it down a little bit. Is there anything that I could have done better? I think that kind of gives it though. Yeah? Do we like that? More of a widow's peak kind of thing going on. All right, that's what we're gonna get. I'm living with this right now. I think this is gonna be how our mullet. And you know what? It does add a lot to the jacket too. I have to say, the jacket helps. All right, they need glasses. They need glasses for sure. So we could just do this kind of thing, which honestly I don't think it's a bad idea. I still think this is kind of a good idea. To make these into more of like 3D glasses and then just have them like here, the top, like that, you know? Just doesn't want to stay, but like that kinda, you know? I don't know if that's gonna work. I think the glasses, I think I just made them too small. All right. A little short at the top. I'm gonna stab the ends down a little bit too. A little bit more in the back too. This feels like a very Aussie mullet too, you know? I saw so many mullets when I was in New Zealand, by the way. I know it's not Australia, but there were a lot of mullets in New Zealand. Okay, let's do... Coop's like, I don't see mullet, but I like it. I appreciate you. All right, let's do a new try for these glasses. And we're gonna get pretty extra here and whip out an extremely rusty, probably terrible X-Acto knife. Okay. Again, like this was this size. I think this one's a little, well, actually, you know what? Maybe that's not too small. It looks really good from the front. I just don't know how to get it so it stays on the face, and these parts are too short. But the main part is not bad. Okay, I can make it longer with this too. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna make it longer with this. I'm just gonna try to eye it. We're gonna go across here. And then we'll go, where's the center? Right here? That. That. Okay. And then we're gonna come up like right here, maybe? Go pretty high like that. Then up here. It's about the same, I think. And then we'll go that and that, and then Okay. I had a dream that I cut myself really bad, so I really don't want to make that happen in real life. Like, I had a dream last night that I cut I think it was actually with an X-Acto knife too, which is kind of crazy. Maybe I was foreseeing the future. Okay. Hope not. All right, and then we want the front part. We'll just pull these down just slightly. I think I need to come up a little bit on the inside one too. All right, and then let's just round it a little bit. Round the edges. Probably could use scissors for this part, actually. All right. That's looking pretty good, I think. Okay, the only thing is I think it needs to come up more on the bottom, like this. It's like all the way up to there. Up to there. And then got it. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, so that's much better, I think. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to fold it in half. I didn't want to fold it in half because I didn't want it to be like actually folded in half, so that's why I didn't do that. All right, now I want to just do 2 square holes out of the center, which is really why we needed the X-Acto knife. 1, 2. 3. And technically this isn't an X-Acto knife, actually. It is a whittling knife. I used to whittle a lot in college, and so I bought a whole thing with a bunch of these little whittling knives. So this is just the most X-Acto knife-ish one of these whittle knives. I used to go on the beach and I'd whittle tiki masks in college. It was really fun. Actually extremely meditating to whittle. I like to whittle a lot. Okay. That's not bad. Let's do the other side. Try to mimic it as best we can here. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Why would I be nervous? There we go. Whew, I was really just hunched over there. Okay. All right. Next up, let's try what Miss Jillian said and do color using Sharpies. I need to go get Sharpies though. I don't have Sharpies up here that are the colors that I need. I don't think. Because I need blue and I need red. Do I have? Maybe I do have. Well, you know what? I think I have highlighters that might work. Actually, highlighters might work pretty good. Or maybe just like a little bit of... Yeah, blue. I don't have a red highlighter. Oops. Oh, whatever. That's fine. I don't have a red highlighter, I only have blue and pink. We need red. Let's see if this would even work. So the basic idea is this. We take a little bit of tape, like that, and we go like this. Stop. I need you to stay down, but not stick to my other finger. There. Ah. There. Okay. Whatever. All right. And then I'd go just with a highlighter on the inside of the tape first. Actually, it is kind of working. Let's get a lot more ink. And we'll just kind of like rub it around a little bit. Okay. Try to give it as much of that blue as I can. I'll try to go bigger. I hope this works. This would be a really cool technique to use. Probably be easier just to use like, I don't know. And then, I don't think this is gonna work. And then, let's just try with the blue first to just see if it's even worth it. Take another smaller piece of tape here. And then I place it over that and then plop it down. And then we just kind of squish it in. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Worth a shot, worth a shot. I got a second idea. Here's my second idea. Idea number 2, we take this. First we tape the top of it so it's a little glossy looking. Okay, so it gives it a little bit of a shine. And then we would just cut it out and tape it in the inside like that. Way easier too. Lainey, you broke your finger. How'd you break your finger? That's not, why'd you do that? Why? But why did you do that? I think this is going to be just a lot easier for us. So we're just going to go with paper. Okay. And then we just go and we'll cut basically the size of it out using our X-Acto knife. You can always trim it down, so let's go ahead and just get a first cut. Just gonna poke it right in the center, doofus. Doofus! Alright. Okay, and then it'd be like that. Like this. I see it's shiny still. I see it's shiny still. Cut this down like that. I say cut. Thank you. We need to look at it on, yeah, let's tape it on this side. Also, let's cut this edge. Clean that up a little bit. We're almost done, by the way. I'm not doing a boombox. It's too much work. We've put so much effort into this guy already. I just can't. I just can't with the boombox right now. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Basically, like, she needs to be cut even shorter. Okay, hold on. Why am I doing this with this? Let's just use scissors. Okay, the lens goes right there. And then I think we'll just tape it in. I could try gluing it, but I think it'll look cleaner if I just tape it. Just with a little itty bitty bitty boop beep bop. I agree, Jillian. We need to add colored tape to our repertoire. I totally agree with you. All right, let's see here. Come on, don't fight me. Oh my goodness. Go backwards. There. Like that. If I can keep it there. Alright. Honestly, actually, you know what we're gonna do is this. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna just place it on the tape. Like this. And then we're gonna cut the tape to the right size. Alright. So that there's just a little border of tape around the outside of it. Let's try that. We're just gonna cover tape our face with tape now too. Sometimes tape smells like frog farts. Anybody agree with that, or is that just like a me thing? Okay. All right, and then we just go. No, not there, no. Ah! Okay, let's fix this. We can fix this. Like that. I'll just cut off the excess. Oh my gosh, this is so extra. Okay. All right. There. One side done. Probably did it on the wrong side, knowing me, but that's all right. Next side, let's cut this one into shape. Smaller. Okay, smaller. Too small? Damn it. Too small. Okay. Try it again. Enhance. This tape is driving me freaking bonkers bananas. I agree with Zoe. If you got school tomorrow, then go to bed, goobers. All right. Shorter. And about that long. All right. You don't need to watch me make 3D glasses. Okay, I think I can just cut the corner of that off and we're good. Right here. Okay, last part. Adding the tape, which is absolutely going to drive me bonkers, but we got to do what we got to do. Okay. Like this. Okay. And then we cut off this side first. We just leave a little sliver of extra. Oh my gosh, I'm like shaking. Boom. Okay. Whatever, it's off center, but not on the front. All right. I hate tape. I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it, you know? Sticks to everything. It's like that's what its purpose is or something. There. All right. Whew. This. And then we just bend in these corners. Thank you for whoever's giving me these hearts. All right. And then we just need this to stay on the face, which is totally not going to happen. So it's definitely too long. And I totally should have measured that better. It's going on the mullet. I hate that I made that too long. Or we're just putting it on the front like that. And we're just angling it in like this. What do we think? Ugh. Not what I wanted. That's alright. They can't all be hundies. Just don't want it to take away from the mullet, you know? It's so fragile too. It would be like this, and we'd have to like, I don't even know how to connect it in. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, well, actually, you know what? When I really round it in like that, it's actually not too bad. Maybe I can get it to tuck behind the eye here on the side. Or maybe I could try sewing it onto the head. You're like Louie's age. Yeah, see? I'm like super young, guys. I'm like really, 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 really young. If anybody asks, Louie, he's like, I don't know, like 18 probably or something. All right. How am I connecting this to the head, you guys? I am on the West Coast. Yes, it's 6 p.m. for me. All right. I am 32. Am I 33 or 32? I'm 33. I am great with pepperoni. Can you come here for a second? You're not camera ready? Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. No, that's okay. I am.
Say hi, everybody. Say hi.
They can hear you.
Okay.
I think they can
Hi,
hear you.
everybody.
Jewel says hi if you can't hear her. I'm just gonna tape this onto the head. Is that crazy? Is it crazy just to go like this? I mean, you can't even see the tape, to be honest. Oh my gosh. Is this like the craziest, silliest hack ever that I shouldn't be doing? I'm like anti-glue, but I'm pro tape on the head? Maybe? Okay. Give me just a little bit of tape. I just want to finish this. Give it. Give it. There. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's taped down-ish. Honestly, it's not that bad. I'm just being mean to myself. Can I just like needle felt it in? Is that crazy? Yes, it is crazy. I think this is a wild thought. That definitely is not gonna work. Yeah, totally does not work. Why would I think that would work? How do I keep you on the face without glue? Maybe I should just suck it up and grab some glue. Let's get this thing out of the way. We don't need this crazy contraption anymore. Oh my god, the cleanup for this video is gonna be great. Okay. I think all I need to do is really tuck this under the hair. But I can't, so I'll needle felt it in. It wouldn't stay anyhow, even if oh wait, I do have an idea. Needle felt the hair into the body over the ear, or over the thing. That's how we'll do it. That way. Yeah, baby. That's it. So we go like this. Get a little bit of this hair. No. Pull it over. Like this. Just a little bit. We honestly just need a strand. Just enough to keep it in place. Yatsa. Yo, he needs a skateboard, but he's chilling. All right. I think that's gonna be that. It's not the best there with those glasses. I don't know if they're really it. Maybe we push them down like that. Oh, wait, that's kind of cool. It looks kind of cool from the front. From the side, it's fine. From the other side, it's also fine. From the front, it's chill. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it for me. It is getting too late anyhow. I think that's going to be that. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I think it's, honestly, it's not bad. It's definitely, oh, we didn't give it a name. We need a name. What's a good, like, 80s name? Like Zap, or like Blaze, or like, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Name, just any kind of name thought would be fine. It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. From the front, it's like chill. From the side, it's like, I have eyeballs. Larry. Rad. Rad actually could be it. Radical Ricky. Zach. Zach is a totally 80s name. Bruce. Zach. Bruce. Well, or Lisa the Turtle. I'll think it through. I'll think it through. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'll post about it soon with a name. Moonbeam is totally could be it too. You can keep them coming in the chat. I'll keep reading. Zakiel? Zakiel. How do you say that, Zoe? Zakiel. Steven. I have an uncle named Steven. I think I'm pro without the glasses, to be honest, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Zoe, your drawing is great. I love the addition you gave your drawing. All right, guys. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining. I'm sorry the stream was so long. If you haven't yet, please give it a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. If you're interested and you are a web developer or know someone that's a web developer, please apply. We're looking for a new web developer. Mully is it. Mully, the plesiosaur. I like Mully. Mully with the mullet. Those glasses are so fragile, it's crazy. Yeah, consider supporting with a membership. I will be back soon with a new pattern. We'll be live on Friday with a new live stream. We're going to be crocheting something from the library. I think we're going to be crocheting our new pattern. I don't know. And yeah, thanks guys for joining. Pasta la pizza. Happy hooking. See you in the next one. Radical, bro. Love it. Love it. Great. All right, guys. Bye. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, stop. You hang up first.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up first.
You hang up, please.
No, You hang up first.
Please hang up first.
No, you hang up.
You hang.
You hang up first.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Oh my gosh, sorry, Jillian, the collab, just so you know, it's a firefly. Okay, bye.